So, AAFD, All-American Fuel Dragster Association, is made up. Not all of our teams are members. Majority, there's about 35 top fuel cars nationwide. So AAFD is the association that represents the cars as far as, you know, who goes, not so much who goes, but just kind of the conduit to let everybody know what's going on. We've got a great relationship with NHRA. It's getting better. The thing that's different about the Heritage Series is that it's basically 5 events. All 5 events are run by different groups. Other than the 2, I'm still going to call them reunion races. But the Wally Parks Nostalgia Nationals in Bowling Green and the reunion in Bakersfield are basically, you know, run by the museum. The Bakersfield race next year, or in October, is going to be run by the Bakersfield track. So AAFD is the conduit with all of the front engine top fuel dragsters nationwide.
Started racing here in the late 60s. So we ran top fuel races here every weekend all through the 70s. At that time we were roller starting. So the rollers were under that bridge over there, man. You'd come off the rollers, kind of roll down into the water, big old blazing burnout, man, and they were still pushing them back, you know. So this racetrack has a lot of history. It has a lot of nitro history. We ran a top fuel show here every Sunday. All the California guys would stay out here all summer. We'd run in Louisville on Saturday night on an 1/8 mile and then come here and run Sundays. So it's a very historic track for us.
They're certainly not vehicles that are controlled by the feet, or those lacking in willpower and courage. Bobby Hilton stands behind Mike, and I'll take it. The pair runs down there. Look at all the piston smoke for Hilton. 6:005 and 2:07, but Pete Kaiser sets the pace, a 5:86.2 at 225.48 miles an hour.
I was happy. I thought I was going to smoke the tires, really, so I kind of took a lot of clutch out, took some power out, just trying to get on the track. I didn't want to waste that first run, and I was happy. We went out there and shook a little bit, and then ended up burning the piston on the top end and shut itself off, but all in all, it was a good run. It was bare. I didn't want to lose that run, the tires.
That very short burnout produced. Marty's guys are seasoned. All that raw fuel now is the fuel pump set. For Murray, and Murray, you heard that kind of almost a pop down there. It goes 663.1 at 163 miles an hour.
The track wasn't as bad. I thought it was actually fairly good. We didn't expect that. First run, we tried a new combination, and it was kind of a planned shut-off run. I had a little bit of a fuel leak, and I shut it off. The next run came out, we're ready to go, and I had a little bit of an air leak, so I left in high gear. Air leak out of my head because I didn't push the button. Anyway, long story short, car sounds good. We seem to be making pretty decent power, not hurting much. It's worth our trip out here from California. The guys from Lightning Connecting Rods are here, and they're one of our major sponsors, and they really, you know, go out of their way to make sure we always have the parts on time.
Time when the surfers ruled the top fuel world in Southern California. Bobby Hilton pushed in on Tyler one last time. He's going to hold him in place as those guys make their adjustments. Couple of flat caps up there in the starting line. The black and gold of the championship beach out team. power down to a 5.92.8 at 234 miles an hour.
I think we made the right decisions. We were kind of swinging for the fence yesterday and didn't really stick, so we're going to back it off a little and try and get it down the racetrack.
For years following, before the reverser was invented, the crew would go up there and grab the car by the roll cage and drag it back to the starting line. Thankfully, Sean Bowen's car does the job by itself. Great driving job by Bowen. Goes 588 at 243.5 miles an hour. Sean Bowen, a 104.60 foot time, and he was driving the wheels off that thing.
Weather, it's just kind of our hucklebuck here. We kind of do really good in the hot weather. Track-wise, you know, notoriously this track's good the first day, then it kind of goes away after that. So hopefully we make a decent run the first run to get us in the show and continue from there. And then, yeah, that was a great race against Tyler. They ran really well, and they were tough guys to beat. And we tried to get after it, and, you know, because we knew they would be tough to beat, and you know, we smoked the tires a little bit. But hey, we're happy we got to where we were, considering we weren't qualified to the last session, and to run her up like that, we were really happy. And coming here, just hoping to get the win.
I want to see your hands out there. Let me see your hands. I want everybody to kick up some noise. I want to hear some revolution out there, brothers. I want to hear a little revolution. Brothers and sisters, the time has come for each and every one of you to decide whether you are going to be the problem or whether you are going to be the solution. That's right. You must choose, brothers. You must choose. It takes 5 seconds. 5 seconds of decision. 5 seconds to realize your purpose here on the planet. It takes 5 seconds to realize that it's time to move. It's time to get down with it. Brothers, it's time to testify, and I want to know, are you ready to
Probably
You know, the car launched pretty good, had some pretty good incremental times. We were just pretty much getting out there to test on it, but it turned into a white cloud of smoke there about 1,000 foot. Hand sensor did what it was supposed to do, shut the car off, still oiled me in pretty good. Got the visor up a little bit so I could see where the hell I was going, but it stayed straight. The only thing we did was come out with some burnt parts.
So we currently have 7 cars on the track. One car did not make a run yesterday. Their crew was not here, and so they're gonna make up fast. So we'll have 7 Top Fuel cars on the premise. The Bowen crew had an air leak at the starting line yesterday, and they were at the stage, getting ready to fire up, and they didn't fire up. They pulled back. And the car that they were running ran a single. 2 other pairs ran, and then Bowen ran a single to basically qualify number 2. One of the teams protested and said that run should not count because he was in line or he was at the starting line and pulled out. I personally, this is not NHRA Pro Show, right? This is a group that's committed to each other. Everybody helps each other. But so, as it turned out, the protest was upheld, and Bowen's run was DNQ'd. We've got 7 cars. It's an 8-car show. Everybody's going to be in the show, but you have to make a run, and you have to trip the lights, from the Christmas tree down to the finish line. It's unfortunate, but NHRA felt that because we did pair up, that Bowen missed it, and that was it. So again, I'm 100% in the other direction as far as that run being disqualified. It should have counted. At the end of the day, you know, we're all going to be, you know, okay. It's just real unfortunate as far as I'm concerned.
Well, they're all going to be hard, but I feel good about the consistency of the car so far. We've gone down the track every single time, haven't had to abort a run. Started out pretty strong. You know, the 94 in the first coming out of the box was good, gives good data. Second run was good with the 582 or 3 or whatever we had, 584. I don't know. I don't check those things, but it ran decent. And for the Q3, we actually went up 1% and got diminishing returns on it. So it was all our increments were down on that point. We started melting some pistons on that run. So we're gonna go back to what we know, you know, and just try to make the car consistent again. We got Mike Hilton who in the other lane today, and he's gonna be tough. And they're gonna be all tough today if we can go rounds. So just one round at a time basically is what we're trying to do. But just the consistency of the car is really good. I have a lot of confidence in it. Our drive shaft is super smooth right now, which makes the car happy. It's easier to drive like that, not doing much other than hitting the throttle and shutting it off, so I'm not having to do a lot of driving. And that gives the driver a little bit of confidence going down the track and stuff here. This is a tight track at Bowling Green, so it's always pretty good, even though it's really hot. The biggest part of the whole weekend is going to be me not, you know, losing 50 pounds of water weight over the weekend, but it's good. I'm happy. I think we got a good chance.
Open
Well, we smoked a couple pistons on that last run, and we started losing power a little bit past half track. So right now it's just keeping the thing lit all the way down to the finish line. You can't overthink it, right? You know, it's like, but we want to be consistent. So the car's been running well. We were one of the only cars to go down the track pretty clean in E1. So I think we're gonna, you know, maybe take a little percentage out of it and do a couple other little tweaks and just get it to live well. See how it works out. It only gets harder from here.
Yeah, it jumped up on the tire pretty hard. You know, I think some of it's because we sat there and idled for quite a while, so we lost a lot of weight out of the front end, you know, so it got up on the tire, then it pulled the front end up and got on the wheelie bar and unloaded. So one of them deals, you know, I can't control, you know, mechanical issues on some other people's part, but hey, we won the round. We're here for second, so keep on moving.
I don't know. It was pretty amazing just to be able to get by a team like Kaiser's team. You know, he got a lot of respect for those guys and him in particular. You know, he owns it, he drives it, he tunes it, and great driver. And we'll see, man. It's the Hiltons aren't no joke, and we'll need to step it up a little bit to get by them. But it's been a while since we won one. I'd really like to win one right now.
That's badass, Peter. Fucking awesome, man.
What do you guys say about that, Bobby?
I think you pedaled it. What do you say, old timer? Still got it, huh? Off one leg. That was badass. Oh, man. Look, give your brother some of that. We're getting a picture too. Right on!
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Good job, boys.
Hey, they can kick us, but we ain't going down. Okay, we did. Hey, you guys did good. Look out, guys. He's got a couldn't have done without you.
Wild weekend. We had some stuff happen, personal issues and pit issues and having trouble making the car run, and it came around in the final and we did good. It was a good final round.